Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to show you how to print with the GK1, remove your prints from the build plate, and have a perfectly clean build plate when you're finished. No more brittle little pieces that get stuck in the holes. No having to use any kind of tool or anything to clean the build plate. This will take the prints, they will slide right off. No broken things, no hammering, chiseling, however you have to get your prints off of your build plate now. This is the way to do it, and I'm about to show you how to do it. So if you want to learn how to do this with your GK1 printer, yeah, just keep watching. Okay, so as you can see here, I've got my print that just finished, and this is, I used these trays. I got them at Harbor Freight. They're just really cool for, I set it in there and anything that runs off runs into the tray and makes it super easy to clean. I want to show you guys how easy this is to remove these. And nothing left in the holes. So let me get my gloves on here. Our regular spatula, I've not done anything to this, although I keep saying I'm going to file this edge to get it more of a razor edge, but I don't really need to. Let's start with this small one. What's in the holes now is just resin. You can see that it comes out. So I just get under the edge, make sure you can see that, and then slide, and it pops right off. Nothing in the holes. I'll do that again. Under the edge, slide, and it pops right off. There is nothing in the holes. And then a bigger piece. Sometimes you have to get like at a corner where there's lots of supports. This is where it would be good, where it would come in handy for me to have this like a razor edge just to get that corner lift. But yeah, there it goes. So then we've got nothing left in the holes. And I'll give my plate a good wipe. Make sure there's no pieces of support that broke off or anything. You can see nothing in the holes. Nothing there. Alright, so I'm going to show you guys on the computer how I did that. Okay, here we are in the GK1 slicer. These are the same files that I just had on my build plate that I knocked off with no holes in the build plate left. So how did I get to this where I don't have to use the tool, I don't have to clean up any mess in the holes, just wipe off the build plate and it's ready to go for the next one? Okay, you are going to leave everything alone here. I'm assuming that you can see my little cursor. Hopefully you can. Then, so what you want to do before you support anything, before you do anything, basically bring in the model, and this is what you do. But once it's done, it's done, and it's going to stay that way. So you're going to click on print settings, and then leave all of this alone under layers and parameters. And if you don't have this stuff, click on expert here on the far right side. Expert will give you all of the settings that you can play with, but I wouldn't suggest doing that because you can really mess up some things. Here is my supports. If you want to pause the video and look at this. Most of everything is the same as stock. Some things are different. This 500% support density, please don't use a 500% support density. I change this every single time back down to 100, 150, whatever the model requires. So how do I get all of this easy removal of my prints? I'll show you. Click on pad, and then your pad wall thickness. Stock is 0.8. That is just barely anything. And that is what breaks off, chips up, leaves all these tiny little things all over your build plate that you've got to try to clean up. Change that pad wall thickness to 2. That is the default in Prusa slicer. That's what this GK1 slicer is based on, is Prusa slicer. So I went with the stock in Prusa slicer because I've been using that for my supports for my other printers for forever. And so I thought, I wonder if that would work. So I changed it to 2, and voila, no more mess to clean up, no more brittle base, no more. It's just easier. It's just easier, as you saw. So change that pad wall thickness to 2. You can change the slope to 45. It's default 45 in Prusa slicer, but I just left it at 50. I just left it alone. And I did change my pad brim size to 2 because for some reason at 1.6 I was getting an error message. I don't know why that is. This height has absolutely nothing to do with the brim size. So you can change that to 2 if you start getting the error message. Okay, so when you are finished changing this to 2, you're going to click on save, and then you can name this whatever you want to name it, new pad or whatever. I just left it as copy, and that is what now on my plater, that's what my print settings defaults to. There it is. Really short video, but it will give you a whole lot of more happiness with this printer. Not with the printer, with the build plate. Please leave me a comment down below if you try this and things work out a lot better. And I would super appreciate it if I could get a subscribe and a like on the video. Maybe share it with somebody who you know has a GK1 and would like to know how to have a cleaner build plate. That is it for this video. I hope you guys have a great day and happy printing.